Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everyone. Whenever you are watching this video, wherever you are in the world, I am Apo Adman of Luntiang Agama Natural Divine Art Shrine of Healing, and today I am going to talk about my work as a Correllian Priest here in the Philippines.
Masayang magtipon-tipon at magdiwang, tumugtog ng kagalakan ang lahat. Papuri at parangal sa diwatang nasa atin.
If you all know that Luntiang Agama is the very first Correllian formal shrine established here in the Philippines, and we are also the very first Wiccan church established and recognized and registered it through the Philippine Securities and Exchange Commission. So my work here as a Correllian priest is very important in reintroducing not only the Wiccan religion, but reintroducing our own culture and spiritual tradition. As a Correllian priest, I've been trained on the first degree and second degree on how to work with the deities. And the pattern of Correllian Wicca is I use in order to connect with our ancient deities. You know that the Filipino before colonization, we have our own God. But sad to say, due to colonization and the influence of the Hindu, the Islam, and the Christians, people rarely forgot that we as a Filipino people have our own God. And this is the work that I am doing. And for everyone acknowledgement, I am also a dedicated member of the Correllian Order of Peace Weaver for already 9 years. And through this dedication, it was my vehicle towards my initiation and ordination as a first degree priesthood. And now I am working out to have my second degree through my mentor, Lady Liz Hamilton, and I am very grateful that she is patiently waiting for me, on my studies, But at this moment, I'm also starting my studies on the third degree to become a full-fledged high priest in the Philippines. But I also want to acknowledge the work of my fellow Filipino high priest in Davao, the temple of the Path of the Wise Temple, through the leadership of Lord Saul Bluth. He is also reaching out to me to help me and support me to accomplish my third degree. But I am very grateful for your help. So what I want to talk to you right now is the ministry of reintroducing Filipino gods in our country, in the Philippines. You all know that the peace prayer rosary is, I created this, I started to create a rosary which will train me in order to become a better member, dedicated member of the Correllian Order of Peace Weaver. And through prayer, I believe that we are teaching, we are being trained, or we are being taught by this prayer on how to live peace every day in our life. Because in this prayer, in this rosary, we have learned that in order to have peace, we should have courage. This courage will lead us to knowledge, and knowledge will lead us to understanding, and understanding will lead us to have discipline, and having discipline will be a pattern for having justice, and justice to love and stability in our life. So the Rosary of Peace have taught us many things in our life on how to live a peaceful life, and at the same time to settle things in our situation, in everyday situations in our life. So I believe that this prayer communicates to us the importance of peace, not only in our country, but also to the whole world. So, as the Correllian tradition also advocates the importance of communication, I also believe the importance of communication in bringing back the knowledge of our gods. But unfortunately, this communication has been blocked because of scarcity of materials about the Diwata. Although there might be no resources we could find online or in the library about our deities, but their names have already been written or available. You can search it through Google, Wikipedia, and some other internet resources. So then their name is very important to us because we have tools in order to communicate to them. So that's why I am planning to create a Filipino rosary that would invoke the names of the Filipino God. No? As of this moment, we have worked on 48 names of the Diwata, supreme names, but we want to dig more deeper on who they are. And luckily, we are so blessed that I have worked out the name of Kilubansa, and through the name of Kilubansa, which is a Diwata of healing, we have resurrected his knowledge on healing art. That's why we also have developed the Kilubansa elemental name energetic balance analysis. And through the method of Kilubansa that been shared to us through his knowledge and power, we have rediscovered this healing art, not only on healing the physical body of a person, but we also have discovered how to heal our home and our environment through the 8 directions that Kilubansa have shared to us. No? So here it is important that we have a direct communication with the Diwata. That's why I firmly believe that having a rosary to each Diwata will establish and strengthen our connection with the Diwata. No? And according to our teachings, like the Christians have their own Bible, no? And this Bible are written by their followers. It is a testimony or a journal of their experience on how they work out with their deities, no? So they have the personal communication with their deities through their own Bible. And reciting the rosary will give you a direct connection with this deity. Although, like what I've said, the resources about our Diwata is very scarce, or there is none that you could find, no? But what I am encouraging our fellow Filipino people is to just call on the names of the Diwata and let them respond to you and write your experience. By writing your experience towards the Diwata, you will collect volumes of notes that later on will become a book, and this book will be compiled together and it will be your own Bible of the Diwata. No, especially the one that responded immediately to us is the Diwatang Ananggolay. Diwatang Ananggolay is the goddess of lost things. No, usually people call her when they are looking or searching for something, a lost object. But when I prescribe the name of Ananggolay to other people, it's not only lost object, but sometimes they can also find their own job if they are seeking one, seeking for their love life, or even retrieving their own souls through the help of Ananggolay. So here, I believe the importance of communication and prayer. But last night, no, when I was praying, because I am very frustrated on creating a method of prayer towards the Diwata. So the only prayer that I have created with them is through the Luwalhati at Parangal, or the Luwalhati chant. And then after chanting the Luwalhati, we will call the name of the Diwata directly and pray or express what we want to the Diwata and give them the offering that we should give. So I think that a perfect way of communing with the Diwata is by having a rosary where we could connect ourselves, no, bind ourselves with the Diwata, no, as a form of dedication and commitment of living our lives in accordance to the will of the Diwata. Because long time ago, when I talked to them, when I talked to the Diwata through Tata Imaw, Tata Imaw is a doll, no, that I created, a wooden doll that I created, that he said, I have an eyes, the eyes and the nose and the ears and the mouth. This is our spiritual eyes that you can use. Through our eyes, you can see what is on the spiritual realm. You can hear what is the spiritual realm is saying to us. No, and through our mouth, you will listen to us. But your hands and your foot, we don't have that. No, the Tata Imaw said, but your hands and foot is within you. So you can use your hand to be our hand so that people may know that our presence is with you. So this is the importance of having a prayer or a means of prayer to our Diwata, a system that will tie us together, no, so that their activity could be also be felt in this world. But the problem with us right now is that we Filipinos are not reconciling with our true self and identity. Through colonization, we thought that we were born as Catholic, we were born as Islam, and we were born as Buddhist or Hindu, no? And it is sad to say that many people are very comfortable of who they are right now, neglecting our true identity. So last night, the goddess of peace have come to me and said to me that you should establish first peace among your people, because people are in denial of who they are. They think that they are white, they are of the foreign culture, but honestly, you are ignoring and neglecting that your own identity. Neglecting our identity and pretending to be someone else is just like disrespecting our parents. You are being ashamed of that you are a son or daughter of your parents. And if your parents will know that, they will be hurt, no? Although this is the part of Luntiang Agama's work here in the Philippines, is to teach that the Filipino has our own God. And when we trace back the spiritual culture of our Filipino, we are animist, no? We believe that all souls, that everything that exists have a soul. And we also believe in the ancestor veneration, no, such as the Chinese and other Southeast Asian countries before they have the religion now. No, we see that our ancestor is the divine blessing or channel of our divine lineage, no? So we can redeem our divine lineage through our parents, no? So that's why in honoring our ancestors, our parents, we are practicing anituhan, and we are making alive that God is with us in our life, no? And you can see that because in every culture, no, such as in other countries, there is evidence of their worship, form of worship. There are temples, but here in the Philippines, there were no remains that our ancestors built temple for their gods. But what they have found is in history, in archaeology, that each home has their own altar, no, dambana or shrine, house shrine, where they give their offerings to their God. So it means the house, the home that they are where people live, is also a holy place where people worship their God, and their priests and priestesses are their parents, no. So this proves that every Filipino people has a divine blood in our vein. And that is my goal as a Filipino, that we should reconcile ourselves to our true identity and not be enslaved by the foreign gods. Although I salute every temples, Correllian temples around the world, especially the Spanish-speaking temples, Correllian temples, because they are very strong, no? The teachings of the Correllian tradition have grown faster and it spread among the Caribbean island and also in Europe, no? And I salute and I admire the work of Lord Eblis of Mexico and Lady Anna Rowe because of their consistency and their patience and dedication to the Correllian tradition. The Correllian tradition reached far and wide. And I'd like to thank also Lord Donald Lewis and Lady Christelle High Correll. So as the current first priestess, Lady Stephanie Neal, because you keep up Correllian tradition, and right now we are we're having easy access of getting in touch to one another. Thank you for that effort. So I hope also and I pray that Luntiang Agama one day will become a full temple, no? So thank you very much. This is all what I can say. May you all blessed be peace. Mayari na pag-asatin. Paalam.